Welcome back to my channel. In this vlog, we will be studying of regarding the major paper of English literature, and that would be the topic one of BA semester one. That is the Kalidasa's Abhijnanashakuntalam, translated by Chandra Rajan. The topics that we will be covering in this vlog is about the author, about the play, and the summary. About the author. Kalidasa was born between 4th to 5th century CE and was a classic Sanskrit author who is often considered ancient India's greatest poet and playwright. His plays and poetries are primarily based on Hindu Puranas and philosophy. His surviving works consist of three plays, two epic poems, and two shorter poems. His notable works are as follows. Now let's move on to about the play. Abhijnanashakuntalam, also known as Shakuntala, the recognition of Shakuntala, the sign of Shakuntala is a Sanskrit play by the ancient India poet Kalidasa, dramatizing the story of Shakuntala told in the epic Mahabharata and regarded as the best of the Kalidasa's works. So this play is based on a woman named Shakuntala. Abhijana Shakuntalam is a tragic story presented in the play. So it is a love story poem, actually a play. In this story, we witness immortal love between King Dushyanta, king of Hastinapur, and Shakuntala, who is the foster child of save Kanva. So Kanva had his hermit in the forest in the foothills of the Himalaya on the bank of the river Malini. The actual parents of Shakuntala were the Maharishis Vishwamitra and Menka, also known as a beauty. They had the child before marriage. This was the reason that they cannot keep her. So they left her here in the forest near heritage of Sage Kanva. When Kanva saw the baby crying, he brought her to his hermitage and he fostered her with the passage of time. Shakuntala turned into a beautiful young girl. And after that, the love story of Shakuntala and King Dushyanta is portrayed in this play. Summary. The protagonist is Shakuntala, daughter of the sage Vishwamitra and the Apsara Menka. Abandoned at birth by her parents, Shakuntala is reared in the scheduled hermitage of the sage Kanva and grows up a comely but innocent maiden. While Kanva and the other elders of the hermitage are away on the pilgrimage, Dushyanta, king of Hastinapur, comes hunting in the forest. Just as he was about to slay a deer, Vaikasa, a sage, obstructs him, saying that the deer was from the hermitage and must not be slain. He politely requests the king to take his arrow back, to which the king complies. The sage then informs him that they are going to collect firewood for the sacrificial fire and asks him to join them. They then spot the hermitage of Sage Kanva and decided to pay the hermits a visit. However, the king decides to go to this penance grove dressed up as a commoner. He also stops the chariots further away to not disturb the hermits. The moment he enters the hermitage and spots Shakuntala, he is captivated by her and courts her in the royal style and marries her. Soon after, he has to leave to take care of affairs in the capital. The king gives her a ring, which, as it turns out, will eventually have to be presented to him when she appears in his court to claim her place as a queen. One day, the anger-prone sage Durvasa arrives when Shakuntala is lost in her thoughts, and when she fails to attend to him, he curses her by bewitching Dushyanta into forgetting her existence. The only cure for the Shakuntala to show the king the signet ring that he gave her. She later travels to meet him and has to cross a river. The ring is lost when it slips off her hand as she dips it in the water playfully. On arrival, the king is unable to recognize the person he married and therefore refuses to acknowledge her. Shakuntala is abandoned by her companions who declare that she should remain with her husband. They then return to the hermitage. Fortunately, the ring is discovered by a fisherman in the belly of a fish and presents it in the king's court. Dushyanta realizes his mistake too late. The newly wise Dushyanta is asked to defeat an army of Asurs and is rewarded by Indra with a journey through heaven. After returning to earth years later, Dushyanta finds Shakuntala and their son by chance and recognizes them. In other versions, especially the one found in the Mahabharata, Shakuntala is not reunited until their son Bharat is born and found by the king playing with lion cubs. Dushyanta meets young Bharat and inquires about his parents and finds out that Bharat is indeed his son. Bharat is an ancestor lineage of Kauravas and Pandavas who fought the epic war of Mahabharata. It is after this Bharat that India was given the name Bharatvarsh. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe and do support my channel.